Does anyone remember Sabrina Erdely? She's the reporter from the Rolling Stone, and her claim to fame is publishing a false story that she was forced to apologize for. The story detailing an alleged gang rape at the University of Virginia was a total and complete hoax. Erdely hurt plenty of people with her slanderous reporting, but the leftist media defended her anyway. How could they defend her, you might ask? It's a legitimate question, right? Well, as MTV put it, she, quote, may have unintentionally started a dialogue. Oh, wait a minute. You thought MTV was talking about a dialogue regarding how unethical it is to write on untrue and slanderous stories that ruin people's lives, right? That's what you were thinking. Nah, don't be silly. That's not what it was about. No, the dialogue she started was about rape on college campuses. Apparently, the media thinks it's okay to falsify stories and perpetrate hoaxes, provided it addresses some kind of a leftist agenda item. Now, just like the false story about Michael Brown, remember him? That started a dialogue, the hands up, don't shoot. So did this false story. The vanguard that's leading the dialogue in both cases are militant radicals entirely uninterested in the truth, justice, or common sense. They aren't interested in dialogue either. They have a singular interest that's driving their radicalism into public policy, and that's really all it's about. Their dialogue consists of two things: them dictating and you listening, full stop. Nor is their radical policy conditioned in any way on whether it fits into our constitutional framework and the system that we have of the rule of law. This is about nothing more than the supremacy of their dialogue as public policy without regard to anything else. And so we see this is being played out right now today in the Kavanaugh hearings and the deplorable behavior of Democrats, most notably female Democrats, with respect to Kavanaugh's accuser, Christine Ford. Now, for Democrats, Ford's accusations don't even need to be true. They only need to be made. Democrat Party apparatchiks will take over from there. If any injustice did occur to Ms. Ford in 1982, well, Senate Democrats have found a way to revisit that injustice again and do an encore in 2018. Militant, radical, feminazi Democrats are saying things with a straight face, revealing a disturbing underlying gender hostility, if not downright Orwellian point of view. One Democrat said that allowing Ford to tell her story and questioning her was like violating her all over again. How does that work? It's George Orwell's America when testifying publicly is actually suppressing someone's voice. The lawyers appear to be in control of Christine Ford right now, not Christine Ford. Ford, who, from what we're told, never wanted to go public, was actually outed by Dianne Feinstein. Republicans say they want to hear what she has to say and have also said they would be willing to hear her publicly, privately, or even at her home, all of which were rejected by her lawyers. Now, furthermore, her lawyers have set conditions that are just ridiculous. They're poison pills. First, they want Kavanaugh to testify first. Now, that's ridiculous. That violates every principle of justice going back to the Roman Empire. And that's totally accurate. I mean, the Roman Empire, they had the principle of facing your accuser and having your accuser accuse you, and then you respond to the accusation. So that part is just totally ridiculous. He's not making the complaint, Kavanaugh. He's responding to it. He has to respond to something said before he can respond, right? But he doesn't even know what he's responding to yet until Ford actually makes her complaint. And second thing that they want committee members, not some designee, to ask questions. Now, this is transparently obvious as a political move designed to embarrass Republicans because they want the media to have the picture that juxtaposes, the old white conservative senator, asking tough questions of this woman, this poor, defenseless woman who's sat agonizing for 36 years. They just want it for political campaign ads. And third, they don't want Kavanaugh to be in the committee room when she makes her statement. That is, when Ford makes her statement. Now, this is just an attempt to portray her as a traumatized victim. Now, she wasn't traumatized if she was traumatized at all. She wasn't traumatized yesterday. She was traumatized 36 years ago. She doesn't even know exactly when she was traumatized. That's the real truth of all of this. So, are you sick of this yet? Okay? Well, you better start deciding whether you're sick of it or not, because something really important is coming up real soon. Does this grotesquely unfair nature, the way the Democrats are behaving, trouble you at all? Does it seem to you that the Republicans are actually trying to bend over backwards to allow Ford to testify, only to be met with new and unreasonable conditions by her legal team? Well, consider this. If the Democrats take control of the House and the Senate, or even just the House or the Senate, this is how they're going to behave, folks. This is what they're going to do in every committee on every issue from now until the 2020 presidential election and beyond. You can look forward to this. It's an assault on the Constitution. It's an assault on the rule of law. If that's what you want, well, you know who to vote for. But if you don't want to vote if you don't want that to happen, you have a path there too. Keep that in mind when you go to vote in November. That's it for me. I'm Tony Contespati. Thanks for listening.